Hello, and welcome once again to another video review on BuyMeAnIPhone.com. I'm Omar C, and today's video review is sponsored by RichardSolo.com, who you can buy online all sorts of gadgets and gizmos on RichardSolo.com. You can also buy the iPod and iPhone smart backup battery as well. And if you use our promo code BuyMeAnIPhone, you can get 10% off all iPod and iPhone accessories on RichardSolo.com. So guys, back by popular demand, I've had a lot of requests for this one. Another product from iSkin, and it's the iSkin Revo2 silicone case. Now, if you watch my videos regularly, you know I'm not a big fan of silicone cases. And if you watch my videos regularly, you will also know that this is the original iSkin Revo case. Was probably my favorite silicone case for the iPhone. So let's go to the other camera and let's see if the iSkin Revo 2 holds up to its original model for the original iPhone. So we're going to check out the Revo 2 for the iPhone 3G, okay? Let's go to the other camera now. Alright guys, so here we go, the iSkin Revo 2. Here's the packaging. Pretty nice basic packaging. Let's pop it open, see what comes inside. Open it up and you get some instructions. You also get you can't see it here, but you get some iSkin stickers. I'll also show that to you. iSkin stickers in case you feel so inclined on sticking that on everything. You get a screen protector, which I have on my iPhone right now, so there's nothing inside there, and instructions on any details about the case. Okay, and of course we have the case. There we go. Let's put the stuff out of the way. The visor, and pull this little piece out here. Get rid of that. Okay. Here's the case. Let me go ahead and show you the close-ups of this just by itself. And like I mentioned in the intro, the original iSkin Revo case for the original iPhone was probably my favorite, not probably, it was my favorite silicone case for the iPhone. And if you guys know me, I hate silicone cases. I do not like them at all. I'm not big on silicone cases at all. But the original Revo was the only case I would actually use. If I had to use a silicone case, it would be the Revo. And you know what? My opinion of the Revo hasn't changed all that much. It's pretty much the same case it was originally. There's some different things as far as the shape of the layout. Some things are a little bit different, but overall it's pretty much the same case. I think one of the biggest things, one of the biggest reasons why I like this case so much better than the other silicone cases is because the texture of it is a little bit different from other silicone cases. I hate the stickiness of the silicone cases, especially, I mean, if I don't have a holster, I have to stick in my pocket. I hate trying to wrestle the phone out of my pocket because it's sticking to the lining of my pocket. But this Revo case has like an interesting texture. I can't even describe it. It almost feels like it's leaving dust on your hands, if that makes sense. I mean, that sounds weird, but I'm trying to explain the texture of it. It's not too sticky. It has an anti-dusting agent they put on it, so it's purposely done that way. And it has this interesting grip. I mean, this part right here is smooth, but everything on the edges has like what's it called here? A honeycomb micro texture is what it's called. And it has like a rough grip to it, so it's kind of nice when you're holding it in your hand as well. But yeah, so it doesn't feel sticky. Now, don't get me wrong, this does get lint every once in a while when it's in your pocket. But from other silicone cases I've tested, it's not as bad as other silicone cases. So, you know, it's impossible to make a silicone case that doesn't have something or does not get lint on it somehow or another. But this does a really good job of keeping it off for the majority of the time. So let's go ahead and throw the phone inside here. Pop it in. And I'll show you one of the other reasons why I like this case so much is the visor. A lot of you guys complain that the visor is a pretty annoying thing and half the time you didn't even use it, but I think this is a really cool idea. It would have been nice if this was attached to the case somehow, not removable like this, but I mean, there's only so many ways you could do it without really being annoying. So I think iSkin came up with a good idea with the visor. And so basically, you have this visor that covers the front of the phone. So if it is in your purse, if it is in your pocket, or if you drop it, just if it's in your hand, the screen's going to be protected. That's because that's thick plastic right here. You know, it's thick hardcore plastic. Now the one thing that does kind of annoy me about the newer model, this one, than the older one, is that, now keep in mind, the shape of the iPhone has changed. Remember the original iPhone, it was flat on both sides and just rounded on the corners, okay? The new iPhone 3G is flat only on the front, and the back is like arched. There's like, you know, it slopes. It's not like flat on the very, very back like that. And so because of that, the original visor for the original iPhone the front and back were the exact same shape. The curve was the same, it was flat. But on this one, because the new iPhone has a different shape on the back, it doesn't snap flush to the back of it. Let me see if I can demonstrate this for you. See, like when it's on there, it doesn't, you can see like the gap and stuff, it doesn't snap straight to the back of it. So you kind of have to play with it to get it back there. And if you notice, they have these little nubs right here, on that corner and this corner. And so that's basically what it's hooking on. And so, I don't know, just sometimes it's kind of annoying to try to, like, when you're trying to use it or strap this to the back while you're using it, it feels kind of awkward in your hands because it's, like, not flush with the back of the phone. I mean, don't get me wrong, this isn't that big of a deal, but it's just something I noticed that did kind of annoy me a little bit. And there's not really too much that iSkin could do. I mean, I guess iSkin could have built up the rubber so that way it would have been the same shape as the front. You know, if they had made it the exact same surfaces, or about the same shape as the front, but whatever, it is what it is, guys. So that's just one thing I noticed, like, it's kind of annoying because you just kind of have to play with it to get that to stick to the back now. Before it was just like flat, you stick it on the back, you're ready to go, you do whatever you gotta do, pull it off, slap it to the front, and you're good. But so let me go ahead and show you, all the ports are really well protected here. Got your standby switch completely covered up, headphone jack completely covered up, but you have a little flap there so you can pop it out in place and stick it in there. The mute switch, nice and open, big opening, so even my big fingers get in there pretty well. The volume control up and down, the rocker switch is covered up, but you can still use it with the little nubs here, the rubber nubs. Bottom, microphone, speaker, or the speaker holes are open so you don't miss any phone calls, or it doesn't, you know, mess up the sound. The connector's covered up with this little port here, so it keeps the dust out of there as well. Protects that. Camera lines up perfectly, no problems at all there. Home button is being covered up, but you can still feel that click through there. It doesn't take away from that sensation, that clicking sensation. And it has this cool, the top part is clear rubber, or clear, yeah, I guess that is silicone. And the sensors behind there, no problems with that at all. It functions perfectly. So I will say the iSkin Revo 2 is, as it is still my favorite silicone case. It's probably the only silicone case I would use on a regular basis. You know, I'll be honest with you guys, when I'm testing silicone cases, I try to test every case for a full week. You know, I know a lot of reviewers out there, they test it for a day and then they give the review. But there's some instances that come up throughout your day that you'll realize, like, oh, this case kind of sucks because I'm trying to do this and it's getting in the way of this. And I mean, there's just different things you notice about the case the longer you use it. So I try to test all my cases for a week. I honestly don't test my most silicone cases for more than a week because the average silicone case is the same as the last silicone case I tested. I used this case for a straight week, and it didn't bother me at all. I didn't have a problem sticking this in my pocket, pulling it out, using it. It wasn't a hassle like all those other silicone cases there. So I will say the iSkin Revo 2 is still my #1 favorite silicone case out there. So if any of you guys, sometimes you ask me what's my favorite case of this, my favorite style case, my favorite leather case. If you want to know my favorite silicone case, it's right here, iSkin Revo 2. In this case, it's pretty affordable. It retails for, I believe, $35. Let me double check on the website real quick. And $39. I'm sorry, $39.99. You can also get a holster for this as well. They offer a holster on iSkin. So I'll provide you guys the links for that on my website. If you're on YouTube watching this, you can go to iSkin.com. You can purchase it off of there. So this case, just like the first iSkin Revo case, will get the Editor's Choice Award. So just so you guys know, go check it out. iSkin Revo 2 for the iPhone 3G. Thanks for watching another video review on BuyMeAnIPhone.com, guys.